Hello, hello, hello. Hello, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining in on tonight. Hello, Miss Parker. Hello, hello. Hi, hi. Let me know where you're viewing in from. And give me some hearts, give me some hearts. I'm so excited to be coming in again on tonight. Hello, hello. Hello to the Levettes. Hello, I see Artisha's on this evening. Hello, hello. Give me some hearts. We're going to be talking tonight about a leader's love affair. Jasmine, hello from Jacksonville, Florida. Awesome, awesome. Would you go ahead on and hit those hearts, and also won't you go ahead on and share? There you go. Let me see those hearts. Let me see the shares going up as well. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Hope everyone had a wonderful day. Hope everyone had a wonderful day of celebrating love in the atmosphere on Valentine's Day. Hello, Ann. Hello, hello, hello. Figure tonight we'll keep the love in the air on tonight about leaders' love affair. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. A leader's love affair. Several years ago, I wrote a book. It's a double-sided book. I wrote a book on the disillusion of the marriage of assignment. That's one side. Hello, Ann, my favorite executive pastor. And then on the other side, it's about the marriage of biblical qualification and secular skill sets. It's an awesome piece that God gave me. Hello, thank you. Happy Valentine's Day to you too. So both books go together. It's a double-sided book. One is talking about the marriage. The other one is talking about the disillusion of the marriage. And of course, as leaders, we never want to do that. We never want to dissolve our marriage to our assignment. Dr. Cotton, thank you, sir, but not yet. So I'm gonna say not yet. But we never want to do that. But tonight I want to talk about this love affair, a leader's love affair. So come on in, hit those hearts, continue to share as we go. We're going to get started. Got on just a little late. I know some people are maybe out having dinner and celebrating with their loved ones. But I want to talk about falling in love with your assignment. Falling in love with your assignment. Falling in love with your assignment. As leaders, in order to be effective, you want to be in love with what you do. You want to be in love with what you do. You want to be in love with what you do. Yes, you want to be in love with what you do. You don't want to wake up every day and do an assignment that you're not in love with. You literally want to wake up every single day and know that you love what you do and you love the people that you're doing it with. So we're going to be talking about falling in love with your assignment, and several points that I want to share. But I do want to encourage you to take some notes on tonight. If you can, take some notes on tonight. So get a pen and some paper and take some notes about falling in love with your assignment. Again, it is vital that as leaders that you love what you do. If you're going to be successful, as a leader, you want to love what you do. You want to wake up every morning and literally love what you do. You want to go on your job or go into your position, into the office, or on your company and literally love what you are doing. When you love what you're doing, it stretches you and it pushes you to be effective, And we're going to talk a little more about that. But here's the first thing that I want you all to grab on tonight about falling in love with your assignment. How do you do that? That's ultimately the question that you have to ask yourself. How do I fall in love with my assignment? If I know, the first thing, if I know that this is the assignment that I have upon my life, how do I fall in love with it? How do I fall in love with it? Well, falling in love with your assignment is just like you falling in love with a person. It is just like you fall in love with a person. A lot of people are out tonight celebrating Valentine's Day and they're celebrating with the person they love or they're in love with. But the first thing that you have to do is you have to be willing, watch this, you have to be willing to date your assignment. You have to be willing to date your assignment. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? If you're going to fall in love with your assignment, you have to be willing to date your assignment. What I mean by that is you have to be willing to get to know the intimate details of your assignment, the intimate details of your assignment. What are the intimate details of that assignment? What are the intimate details of your assignment? And you have to get to know it. It's just like falling in love with a person. It's just like dating a person. That when you're dating a person, you want to know those intimate details about them. So there's certain things that you do. There's certain questions that you will ask that person. You know, there's certain things that you want to know about that person. You want to know their likes and their dislikes. You want to know what their favorite colors are. You know, you want to know those details, those intimate details. And you spend that time seeking out those details. So it's the same thing with your assignment. What are the intimate details of your assignment? So as a leader, you know how that assignment functions. You know how that assignment lives. See, most of us, we never really embrace the fact that our assignment is a living organism. It's not just an assignment that's out there in the sky somewhere, or taking up space. It's a living organism. Think about what you are leading. Think about what you're a part of. The question becomes, is it affecting someone's life? Is it pushing someone's life to be a better place? And if that's the case, then it's something that's living. It's a living organism. And because it's a living organism, you want to know the intimate details about it. What makes it work? What makes it move? What makes it tick? What makes it be effective? What makes it be ineffective? So you have to literally date your assignment. You got to spend time with it. That's the second thing about dating your assignment. You have to spend time with your assignment. You know, most of us as leaders, reason why we don't date our assignment is because we go to work, or we go do our assignment, then we leave it there, and we only come back to it the next time we have to come, or the next time, you know, it's time to come back in office. We never spend time with it. What do I mean by that? Well, it's just like you dating a person. When you're dating a person, you spend time with that person, right? When you're dating a person, you're talking to them on the phone. You're taking them out on a date. You may do a picnic. Well, when you're dating your assignment, when you're spending time with your assignment as a leader, you want to really spend that time with them. So guess what? You may need to take a little work home. You may need to read a book about that particular assignment that you are assigned to, or that's assigned to your life as a leader. You want to spend that time. You want that time to be spent together, reading about it and growing together. So when you date, you grow together, and the way you grow together is you spend time with it. You become one. So when you're in that place, as a leader, you have to be willing to spend time with it. Far too many of us as leaders, we leave our assignments when the day is over, and we only come back to it when the next day comes. No, you have to spend time with it. You have to spend quality time. Here's the second thing about falling in love with your assignment. This is going to sound a little strange, but I'm going to explain it. You have to communicate with your assignment. You have to communicate with your assignment. You have to communicate with your assignment. What do I mean by that? Here's the first thing about communicating. You have to talk to it. You have to talk to your assignment. You have to talk to your assignment. Listen, don't be afraid to have conversations with your assignment. I know that sounds a little strange. How am I having a conversation with my assignment? Well, it's really easy. Most of you are leading an assignment with a group of people. You're leading an assignment with a team of people. They are a part of that assignment. The organization is a part of that assignment. The organization make up that assignment. That assignment is not on an island by itself. So you want to talk to it. You want to talk to the people that make up that assignment for your life. And you want to be able to receive the feedback from it. You want to have an open dialogue with that assignment on a consistent basis. As a leader, you want that assignment to tell you how you're doing as a leader. And you want to be able to tell the assignment what you believe and what you think about it. Again, it's just like dating a person. When you are dating someone, you have an effective line of communication, or you should have an effective time talking with that assignment. The second thing is you want to be able to listen to your assignment. You want to be able to listen. What is the assignment saying back to you? What is the assignment saying to you? And are you willing to make the adjustments so you can be effective for the assignment? See, most of us never want to hear what the assignment has to say about us as a leader, so we can make the adjustment. Sometimes the assignment is not able to make the adjustment. We have to make the adjustment. So it's the same thing when you're dating someone and when you're falling in love with someone. It's a line of communication. You're not the only one doing all the talking. It's both ways, two-way conversation. But effective communication means that you have the ability to listen as well. And listen for that person to give you some criticism, some feedback about your leadership. Here's the third thing. You have to be open to your assignment. You have to be open to your assignment. This kind of feeds into my last statement. You have to be open to your assignment. Be honest to your assignment about your strengths and your weaknesses. Be open to your assignment about your strengths and your weaknesses, about your flaws. Tell your assignment the truth. Say, hey, this is my weakness. These are my flaws. Because this will help you be more effective if your assignment knows your strength and your weaknesses. Because you're not in this by yourself. And your assignment is your partner. Remember, you're falling in love with your assignment. Your assignment is your partner. So because your assignment is your partner, then your assignment should provide strength for you. So it may be someone that's connected to your assignment that becomes the strength in the areas where you're weak. And you have to be comfortable and secure to let them be the strength to your weaknesses. That doesn't make you less effective. That doesn't make you less than the leader. Actually, it makes you more of the leader when you can let someone on your team be the strength to the areas that you're weak in. That's a great leader. When you know that I'm weak in this area, but there's someone on my team that's more, that's stronger, and I can put them in their strength. Because at the end of the day, it's about the whole. It's not about the individual. So you want to be able to, you want to be able to fall in love with your assignment. These are three steps to what I believe helps a leader fall in love with their assignment. Again, I have a book entitled Biblical Qualifications, The Marriage of Biblical Qualifications and Secular Skill Sets. And then on the flip side of that is The Disillusion of the Marriage of Assignment. Talks about the top 10 reasons why leaders divorce their assignment. The top 10 reasons why leaders divorce their assignment. And if you can master not falling into those top 10 reasons, then the marriage of the biblical qualifications and your secular skill sets will always be strong, always be strengthened, and you would never worry about having to have a divorce from your assignment. So make it your job, make it your mission to fall in love every day with your assignment. And watch how much joy you have as a leader. I absolutely love what I do. I absolutely love leadership. I love leadership. I spend so much time with leadership. I am so in love with leadership. That's what I do. That's what I do. So these are just tips. If you have any questions, please ask the questions. Let me see those hearts. If you have any questions, I entertain any questions. Any questions for me tonight? Any questions? Okay. All right. So hopefully tonight that everyone receive this. Everyone will work at falling in love with your assignment, and I pray that this has been a blessing to you. Work at it. It takes time. It does take time. It's not going to happen overnight. I promise you, it's not going to happen overnight. I am where I am with my assignment. And it did not happen overnight. It took time. It took time for me. It literally took time for me. Took years, actually. But you know what? I was committed to it. How do you handle the shifting of an assignment after you have fallen in love with it? How do you handle it? Well, the one thing you do is you find the connection. You find the connection to it. I've had a number of shifts in my assignment. I had a number of shifts in my assignment over the last 19 years. But what I've done was I've always found the connection to what my true assignment was. And my true assignment was always leadership. So now when I look back over 19 years, I can see a span of development. I can see where I was literally falling in love with that assignment. So from youth ministry to executive pastor, I was always in a place where I was developing leaders. I was always in a place where I was developing myself as a leader, more so than anything else. So that's what you want to discover about you. See, your leadership is who you are. Leadership is not a position. It's who you are. So you have to make sure you discover who you are as a leader. So even if the assignment shifts, you as a leader doesn't shift. So every assignment or every position, let me use it that way. Every position only propels you to the next place of being more effective as a leader. Okay? So when there's a shift, it's a shift in position. It's never a shift in leadership, because leadership is who you are. So you can go from being a receptionist to the office manager. Why? Because as the receptionist, you operated in management leadership. Does that make sense? Because technically, sometimes the shift comes because someone saw you as a leader. They saw the leadership in you. So they shift you to a different position because of what they saw in you. So I hope that answered your question. Did that answer your question? That was a wonderful question. That was a great question. Great question. Great question. Can you address falling in love with your assignment and the importance of balance? Yeah, sure. Let's talk about that. You know, that's one of those things that you hear so much about. How do I balance? How do I balance? How do I balance with my assignment? Fall in love with my assignment. Here's how you balance it. You know, again, leadership is who you are. Leadership is who you are. And the way you balance that is you have to embrace who you are. You have to embrace who you are. And when you embrace who you are, then you begin to build relationships with individuals who understand who you are. See, most of the time, the reason why the scales of our assignments are off is because we're trying to balance with individuals who don't recognize, or with people or persons who don't understand who we are and what we're ultimately called to. So the way we balance is sometimes you have to make shifts in relationships. You have to make shifts in relationships because you want people to help nurture and feed what's in you. And when that happens, it brings a balance to you. So even in the nurturing, they know that sometimes that they can help you balance. They can help you balance even if you get a little off. Okay? Because once you are a leader and that leader is always in you, as a leader, you know how to lead even when it's time to say, you know what? I'm going to put this down today. I'm going to spend time with my family. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch a movie. But this is what I discovered. Sometimes even when I'm sitting down watching a movie with my family, that leader in me rises up so much sometimes till I'm even watching the movie and I see stuff in the movie about leadership. So some of it you can't get away from, but the scale tips over when you have people around you that don't understand who you are. You need people around you who can embrace who you are as a leader. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Did that help? Did that answer your question? That was another good question. I love it when you all ask questions. I do. I love it when you all ask questions. Yeah, that is true. That is true. And I've been on both ends. Because when you have the wrong people around you, they're going to pull you. And they're going to try to pull you into their world, into their assignment. Now, you can offer them advice based on who you are, but you have to be real careful that you don't get on their scale. And you have to be real careful that you don't let everybody onto your scale. Yeah. Any dream killers? Oh, listen. When you fall in love with your assignment, sometimes you can't tell everybody. You can't tell them because they would kill it. What if the love affair is not developed? What if the love affair is not developed? Oh my. What if the love affair is not developed? At some point, if you notice that the love affair is not developed, then you have to ask the ultimate question. Is this the right assignment? Listen, for me, leadership is just like dating a person. When you date a person for a certain period of time and you're trying to love that person and you're trying to create that love affair with that person and it's just not working, you have to ask that tough question. You have to ask that tough question. Is this person the person for me? Is this assignment for me? You can't force it. You cannot force it. Listen, when you know you have the right person in your life, you're fulfilled with that person. That person fulfills you. That person makes you happy. That person puts a smile on your face. That person puts that twinkle in your eye, make your toes curl up and all that good stuff. Well, it's the same way with that assignment. If you're in an assignment and you're in that love affair with that assignment and you hear something about that assignment, or you watching TV, or you in a workshop, or you go through a training and they're talking about that assignment or whatever the case may be, you ought to feel something. You ought to get that fuzzy feeling inside of you. If you're not getting that fuzzy feeling and you've been trying to make that love affair work, then you have to ask the ultimate question. Is this assignment for me? Because it may not be. Just like you would ask, is this person ultimately for me? And if you ask that question no, then you need to soul search. What is my ultimate assignment? What is the ultimate assignment that I'm supposed to live out the rest of my life and do? And that's what you have to do. You have to make that sacrifice. But just like some relationships, we hold on to it because of some of the benefits that come with it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You have to ask that question. You have to ask that question. Any more questions? This is good tonight. This is good. This is good. Any more questions? I take my assignment seriously. I love what I do. Great. That's awesome. That's awesome. That is awesome. You have to take it serious. You have to love it. You have to love it. You have to love it. Listen, as tired as I am today, and I'm going to be transparent, as tired as I am today, have a headache, I could have simply said, I'm not doing Periscope tonight. I'm not doing LeaderScope tonight. But because I love what I do, I come on. Because when you love someone, you make the sacrifice for that individual. You stretch yourself sometimes. Okay? So when you have that love affair with your assignment, sometimes it stretches you. It stretches you. Why? Because you want to make them happy. You want to make your assignment happy. See, when you all hit those hearts, that's a sign to me that I am doing my assignment and I'm making my assignment happy. When you all share. Yeah. What would God say to me? What would God say to me about your assignment? Kelly, you had a question. I'm sorry if I missed your question. So if you can repost your question. But make it happy. You're doing your assignment and you're doing it well. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I try my best. I do my best. Oh, that was a statement. Okay. That was a statement. Great. Yeah, so you just always want to do your assignment to the best of your ability. At the end of the day, that's all you can do. How do you handle conflict in an assignment? How do you handle conflict in an assignment? I'm actually going to do a scope on conflict in an assignment. But I will say this, not going into deep details because I am going to do a scope on that. But how do you handle conflict in an assignment? It's just like in a relationship. You have to confront that conflict the moment it happens. See, most of us linger around conflict. Okay? But you have to address the conflict the moment it happened. And if you don't address the conflict, then the conflict or the perpetrator of the conflict think it's okay, and they will continue to do the behavior that causes the conflict. Okay? And we're going to talk about that. I'm actually going to do a scope on leaders handling conflict. Okay? But confront the conflict the moment it happens. Yeah. Now, if you're so upset about it, cool off first. Okay? Cool off, because you want to de-escalate it. Okay? You want to de-escalate it while you're confronting it. Okay? So we will address that. We will address that. I hope that was enough for you. So that was good. That was good. You all are asking wonderful questions. You all are truly friends of leadership. You all are just type that. I'm a friend of leadership, because only friend of leadership asks these type of questions. I am a friend of leadership. Only friends of leadership ask these type of questions. So that is evident to me that you all are truly friends of leadership. And it is a joy to share with you all on tonight. Again, I know it's Valentine's night, and I don't want to take up much of your time, but you all are friends of leadership. I appreciate you every week coming on and giving me those hearts and sharing that I'm on. Again, I am committed to being on every week. I'm gonna find a way to be on next week. So I will post something next week. For those of you who signed up last week, subscribed last week for the newsletter, check your inbox, because we did send it out. Check your inbox or check your spam box. If you did not receive the newsletter from last week and you would like to subscribe to the monthly newsletter, go to Cotton and Company Leadership Group on Facebook and inbox us your email address. Inbox us your email address, and we'll make sure you get that out, and we will also put you in the database to receive it each month. But as it relates to next week, be looking out for a post. I have to go out of town on next Saturday. I had death in my family, and I will be on the road. So I'm going to figure out a way of doing my next scope. It may be earlier in the week, but nevertheless, I would not let the week go by without doing a scope. So just stay tuned once I figure out how I'm going to do it, because I'm pretty sure I will be heading back to Jacksonville next Sunday evening around this time. So just stay tuned. But hit those hearts for me. Give me some hearts before we get out of here. Again, I want to thank you all. Again, you are truly friends of leadership. Thank you so much. Keep me and my family in prayer as we prepare this week, and then preparing to travel on this weekend as well. Remember, I do leadership coaching. And if anyone wants to have a session with me, the first session is free to get us started. And then we will sit down and we will talk about how we move forward with coaching you one-on-one. So God bless you. I love you. We will be chatting real soon. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great week. And remember, you are a friend of leadership. So lead right.